Welcome back to Grizz Vision, brought to you by the Evans Law Group. My name is Neil Rule, here with Coach Kampe after a 90-51 loss to Wright State. And Coach, Wright State Raiders, I mean, we knew this already, but they are the real deal, and they are a championship team.
Well, the preseason, they won it the regular season last year. They're the preseason pick to win it this year. They've got the two best bigs in the league, in my opinion. They've got Player of the Year in the league in Loudon Love. They've got Tanner Holden, who I think is as good as anybody in the league, and they play well. They're well coached. They're everything we aren't right now. Including the coaching. They're everything we aren't. So you give them a ton of credit. They came in here for the second year in a row and just kicked the living snot out of us, and we took it. It was. We missed 5 point-blank shots in the first 5 minutes of the game, just point-blank, and we couldn't put it in the basket. And all of a sudden you're down 14-2 or whatever it was to that team, and I mean they just made it 25 as quick as you could make it 25, and we didn't know how to handle it. We didn't execute. Our offense turned into dribble, and I'm going to beat you one-on-one, and we ran no offense, and you can blame me for that. And defensively, it looked like they tore us up defensively, but they didn't. They scored 90 points on 81 possessions, which, you take a championship caliber game like team that they are. It wasn't a championship caliber game, but if we're at that level too, it's not unusual to have their offensive efficiency was 1.11, which is good. It's championship level, but a game like that, the way we play with that many possessions and the way they play, it could have easily been, our offensive efficiency could have been that too. It was not as bad defensively as it looked when you look at the numbers. Now, 20 offensive rebounds led to them getting 90 points and it being a 1.11 points per possession. But if we would play offense at all, we could win with them getting 1.11 points per possession. I've had teams that have gone through a season and averaged 1.17 points per possession. So my point is it looked like they just killed our defense, but they really didn't. It was our offense that was so bad they put us in that position.
Coach, when you look at it too, I mean, such a quick turnaround. We're going to do this again at 5 o'clock tomorrow. What's the process look like? I mean, what do you do? You're not a guy that sleeps a lot anyway. So, I mean, what's next for you guys?
Well, we're going to go break that film down. We're going to pull everything out we can. We'll meet with them tomorrow. We'll walk through, where they were hurting us, how they got the offensive rebounds, and we'll look at what they did to us defensively, although anybody with the naked eye out there could realize that we were doing it to ourselves. You just can't dribble the ball around in circles, and you can't miss wide open shots. We shot 29%. We shot 16% from the three. I mean, at home, our first home game, I thought it would be completely opposite. I thought we'd make, and right now we either make them all or we miss them all. And you're not going to be a good basketball team if that's the way you are. If you go look at the numbers, it's unbelievable. We're either 2 for 25, 4 for 32, or we're 18 for 29 or something. I mean, it's just unbelievable that there is no middle ground, and that's why we're 2-10.
What did they do well against your zone that Michigan couldn't do, that Oklahoma State couldn't do? What did they do well against your zone here today?
Well, they're a good team, and they move the ball without the dribble, and they pass the ball. We played our tails off, and we competed at Michigan and at Oklahoma State and at Michigan State and those places. We got steals, we got tips, we got, that defense was aggressive. They had only 2 turnovers like 8 minutes to go in the first half. And we turned teams over 17, 18 times a game. Now, they did end up turning it over 17 times because I thought the second half we did play with some aggressiveness. And I thought we played way better in the second half as far as the emotion and the enthusiasm and we got back to getting tips and getting steals. But if you look at that game, if you're a fan that taped it or something, you go back and look at it, You watch us in the first 8-9 minutes of the game. Our offense, we walk the ball up the floor. How many turnovers on moving screens because we just didn't even set up and use the screen. We just tried to. It was like we were going to the dance and we wanted to be the cool guy at the dance. You know what I'm saying? We didn't come and grind and play and realize who we were playing and come and value the ball and value every possession and get after it. We didn't do that. We were the cool kid. We were the cool kid, and the cool kid got his slapped hard by the bully today, and they slapped us.
All right, Coach. We'll see you in a couple hours, I guess.
And we better come ready to play tomorrow.
Thanks for the time.
Yep.